Yo, Craig. Yo, Craig about to pull up, y'all. I think he said he had some bitches with him today, too. And Craig said he had some shorties. Yo, Craig, you look... Oh, there you go.
What's going on, you bitch made ass niggas, you bitch made ass bitches, you real ass niggas, and you real ass bitches? We ain't be back in the spot, nigga. Like, it ain't no regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Episode 36, cracking the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, shout out to DJ Paul Wall. Shout out to Crunchy Black. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
DJ Paul Wall or DJ Paul?
Nah, DJ Paul.
Nigga called him DJ
Sorry.
Paul Wall.
Sorry about that, DJ Paul. Sorry about
3-6. 3-6 out this bitch.
Legends, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Crack.
Good God.
Crack. AKA. Yeah, I wanna live my lifestyle. Never seen the brick, never seen the crack house. The podcast.
AKA. Can I get to the games?
Sleep James. Show me the way. Fetty, free my nigga Freddy, man. I mean, my nigga Fetty. Free my nigga Fetty, boy.
Fetty Wap, the god, man.
Legend himself, man. Legend. That song, right, man. That song right there took over the motherfucking weekend, and will probably live on forever as long as there's a Thanksgiving in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully they treat it like they do Mariah Carey song for Christmas.
I was about to say that. They said Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, hits Billboard Top 50 at this time every year.
It already is on there.
That's, bro.
One of the greatest songs of all time.
Imagine
it's a great song.
Man, that shit is an amazing song. I remember singing that song like in like elementary school or some shit.
Yeah, it gives you that Christmas. It gives you that Christmas 100%.
Hell yeah, man. But fellas, we back, man. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's motherfucking Crack in the 80s. We are back, episode 36, the 3-6 episode. You know what I'm saying? This is 5-2. I'm here. I'm him. I'm here with the guys. Drvgz is in this bitch. Marz is here. You know what I'm saying? We back after a nice little holiday weekend. It's been cool, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a nice little holiday weekend. But before we get into that, just make sure y'all remember, if it's your first time, welcome to the show. Hey motherfuckers. We back. Hey motherfuckers, man. If it's your last time, Marz, go ahead.
Clear sample, man. Y'all niggas already know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Go clear sample. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go watch some kids or something. You know what I'm saying? Go do something.
Go fix yourself a plate, man. We know you still got food.
Yeah, word. Go fix yourself a plate. Go get the leftovers popping, my nigga. Word.
Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that shit right. You know what I mean? But
right.
We got another great episode for y'all, man. Go ahead and drop some comments on the YouTube, on the Instagram. Fuck with us on Twitter. The algorithms appreciate all that shit. It helps. And I mean, while you at it on the YouTube, go ahead and look around. I mean, we got this every episode of the pod. We break up into segments. You know what I mean, for those of y'all who can't really listen to the full show, we still appreciate y'all too, for real. But I mean, you go to YouTube, you can just check us out in segments. You know what I mean? You click on whatever you feel like listening to. Boom, we got a whole segment for you. 5-minute intervals. You know what I mean? 5-10-minute intervals.
We got different type of shit. We got crack. We got bub. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of shit. Just go and find out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Whatever is your style, whatever is your speed, we got that for you. You know what I mean? We here supplying it for everybody. Like we said, this is mandated by the government, man. You know what I mean? They put us here for y'all. So shout out to y'all, the Crack Rock La Familia, the Crack Fam, the Crackheads, all y'all. We appreciate each and every one of you motherfuckers out there, man. We love you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Shout out to Biden and Kamala and all of them in the office, you know what I'm saying, doing their 1-2s and all that. You know what I'm saying? I actually spoke to them over on Thursday morning. They called me, wish me happy Thanksgiving. So that was a good.
What they was fucking with?
They wasn't doing shit. It was lit in the White House though. It was playing. It was playing Gorilla tomorrow with Cardi B. It was crazy.
Oh, it
Pandemonium.
was up. It was up. That's
It
what's
was
up.
up. It was up. It was up in there. It was up in there.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Big Gold, man.
Big Glow.
Yeah,
I've been playing her album a little bit. It's cool. It's for me. I fuck with Shorty, but it got some joints on there. It's young people music, man. I realize the youth them.
the youth them, right? The youth them.
They got their own shit going right now. So I just support it from afar. Shout out to Big Glow. I mean, we got a new feature, fellas. I'm actually trying to see if we could get the people involved. Y'all can send us voicemails now. You know what I mean? All y'all crack rock la familiar, the crack fam out there, y'all, all the supporters, y'all listening in. Y'all can now, y'all now have the ability to be able to get your voice on the pod via voicemail. You want to call in, you want to ask Marzstradamus a question, you want to call in to talk shit, you want to call in to beef with us, you want to call in to show some love and support. You can do all of those things. I mean, just go ahead and leave us a voicemail. On the link in our bio. Go to our YouTube. We got the link there as well. You can leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the pod. And you could be a part of the pod. Get your 15 seconds of fame. You know what I'm saying? So we want to start. We want to start taking voicemails from the people. That shit'll be pretty cool. What y'all niggas think about that shit?
Yeah,
I
man.
fuck with it. I fuck with it.
We could have Marz. We could have your boy from Twitter. You know what I mean? We could have him call in, talk some shit. We know how much he love you. He created a whole fake Twitter page for you, bro.
Yeah, man, niggas is doing dick, man. You know, it's regular shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nigga made a whole page about me. The first name he had was it? Did I send y'all the first name that it was, or was it the second? He changed it up. He changed it up again too.
That shit funny. Now I don't think you. I just know you sent. It was like this page
Yeah,
is
hell bent
dedicated
on
to
the
destroying Mars the demon or some shit.
hell bent on destroying Marz the Demon. Yeah, niggas a
That shit.
fucking clown, man. Put a cucumber in my mouth. Funny shit. Funny shit.
I'm gonna say that shit was funny though, bro. Nigga
Funny shit.
photoshopped a picture of you and all that. That's a
Look,
real fan
he did
right
that
there.
shit right. He did that shit right after the argument. He did it literally right after the argument. Like 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes. 30 seconds. He had it ready. Boom. Pop in.
Yeah, he
He's
had
mad I
that
called
shit
him a
on
bot.
cue. He had that shit
He's
on
mad I
cue,
called him a
bro.
bot.
Yeah,
He been on
Twitter.
March. He been on Twitter since March 2002, and only has 4 followers. It's a bot.
Yeah, he's definitely a bot of an actual person that exists. So
Yeah, he changed it now to Mars the Banana. So there's that. I don't know what that is, but
yeah, I ain't gonna front. I like silly shit like that. I wish I had a hater like that, nigga. Like I'll be
join
interacting with that nigga every day. Low key.
Join,
Like
join the
if we
Snyder cult. Join the Snyder cult, and you'll get them everywhere you go. Yeah, as soon as they go on your page, they comment. You can say something. They're going on your page, or you're a Snyder cultist. You fucking suck. Burn in hell. They just automatically just go crazy on you.
I'm about to say, bro, low key, what that is right there, you got the start of a beginning of a fan base, my nigga. Like, those are how fan base starts. There's always like a hating nigga that is arguing with you, then you do one thing that he might fuck with, then he gonna turn into a whole fan page. For real, for real. They be the
That shit
same
crazy.
niggas.
Same niggas. I'm a nobody on Twitter right now. This nigga's just fucking angry at the world. You know,
He's so lame. That's what he
they
is.
you know the Snyder haters are blaming Zack Snyder for the failure of DC, and Zack ain't been in DC in damn near 7 years.
And you know they gonna find a way. They gonna find a way. You know what I mean?
They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way.
I ain't gonna
Meanwhile,
lie.
the
I was
head of
on
DC
Twitter.
just
You know what I
dropped.
mean? You said what? My bad.
I said. Meanwhile, the head of DC just dropped the fucking Christmas special for Marvel.
My sister sent me that shit, and it's like 45 minutes or some shit, right? The Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy Christmas special.
yeah,
When she
yeah.
sent it to me, I was like, "Yo, this is what is this?" I didn't watch it. I said I would, and I still might. You know what I mean? Like, I still might fuck with it. Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, though, before we actually get into like the topics and starting, Marz, I know you fuck with the Guardians of the Galaxy game. You put me on. Did you see? And actually, you mentioned this too when you put me on to it. he was talking about how good the soundtrack is. You know, I think that shit is nominated for a Grammy.
Get the fuck out of here.
If I'm not mistaken, let me just double check that. Guardians of the Galaxy video game soundtrack. Fuck. What did I just do? If I'm not mistaken, they got nominated for something recently. Yeah, they got nominated for a Grammy. Best soundtrack.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow. That's fire.
Wow. Told you niggas, that game is Guardian. That is the best Guardians of the Galaxy content we've ever gotten. Besides the comics. It's the best. It is the best. It is the best. Like, if you want to know about Guardians of the Galaxy, play that game. Don't watch the movies. There's people out there. If you're interested in Guardians of the Galaxy, you want to know the real Guardians and how they really give it up. Well, I mean, they kind of switch it up, but because Star-Lord is not. He's Tom Cruise in space with two guns in comics. A fucking badass. But they made him a little bit more comedic for the entertainment purposes. But the game itself is very fucking good. Very, very fucking good.
Yeah, I didn't get too far in it, but I was fucking with it as much as I played. I mean, like I said, once you put me on and I played it, as soon as you started, the music is what draws you in. You know what I mean? They got that good rock soundtrack, rock songs and shit playing, and it's good music. It's like it's actual hits.
Right, it is. It really is. Good God,
makes sense. Makes sense.
Downloading that shit again and playing it after God of War.
But yeah, I mean, man. But before we go any further, man, before we get into our weeks, before we get into the holiday, you know what I mean, we just I don't want to say we celebrated Thanksgiving, but that day just passed, so that was something that everybody indulged in. But before we go any further, I want to say R.I.P. to Jason David Frank.
Oh man,
Green Ranger.
That shit hurt just now, man.
Man. Best known as Tommy, of course, from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers franchise. He was that nigga, man. Like, he was really one of the coolest Power Rangers. Fast forward to see, like, you know what I mean, how it ended. He died at the age of 49. It has been confirmed now that it was a trigger warning. It was by suicide. You know what I'm saying? Just sad time overall, man. Just condolences to his family, all his fans out there. You know what I'm saying? We fans, of course. This is our childhood. This is one of our, like, I don't want to say childhood heroes, but he was definitely an integral part of just growing up as a 90s kid. Word.
I think I would consider him a childhood hero. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the fact that he's one of those guys that, certain actors and certain, like, people, they don't indulge in the role that they are because they kind of don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be looked at as that for the rest of their career. But this guy, man, he was a Power Ranger to his death, bro. Like, he was still doing Power Ranger fan shit on YouTube. You could go look up like Power Rangers versus Ryu, or you know what I'm saying? They did like live action versions of comic runs that they did, and he was always around and just being a ranger and just really loved the fucking job. Yeah. He didn't stop at TV shows, bro. He was doing a lot of fan shit too, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't even hip. That's
Yeah, he was a Power Ranger to his death, bro. Like, he took that shit very fucking serious, bro. Like 100% serious. That's why it hurt so much, because this guy was still doing. He was still out. He was still Mighty Morphin, nigga. He was still kicking ass and taking names. Still.
Yeah, it's morphin' time, nigga.
Morphin' time. You know what I'm saying? He started out as a villain. He wilded up. I posted this on the gram, that episode when he came inside the Power Rangers lair and thrashed that shit up.
Nigga wild them boys up for real.
He wound that shit up. He shut what's the nigga, the robot name? He shut him down, grabbed all the wires, took it out. The big head was like,
name. That was a cool ass robot. I'm not gonna front. That was like the first robot I really fucked with. Cause I wasn't a Star Wars nigga, so R2-D2 and them niggas I wasn't really into.
Yeah.
Who's the robot from Power Rangers? I need to get my nigga name now. My
I know it's
nigga name
Zordon
was
was big.
Alpha 5.
Alpha.
Alpha
Alpha
5,
Yeah.
yeah. Alpha 5. He
Right.
came into Alpha down ASAP. Yo, what are you doing, Tommy? That nigga
My
shit
nigga, my
down,
nigga
nigga.
had the name belt. He had the LED name belt on his face. You know what I mean?
Ay,
Uh-huh.
ay, ay.
Aye, aye, aye. That nigga Zordon said,
Classic.
Tommy, stop. Nigga Tommy said, no, you're the one that should be stopped. Enjoyed the whole shit. I was like, oh man, this is cinema right here. At that age, that's cinema.
Man, remember when niggas used to fight? They used to have like sparks and shit flying out of them. I
Hell
never
yeah.
understood that shit, but it was always
Every time.
fire.
Yeah.
Nigga
That's
would
how
get
strong
hit.
the niggas punches was.
Nigga would get hit with
Or
a
when you get hit a
sword, and
blast, right?
Man,
And then
fireworks.
yeah.
nigga would get hit with a sword, and it would look like his rim was scraping the pavement, type shit. Oh
Crazy.
man. I mean, while we here, R.I.P. And this one actually hurt me, man. This is breaking news, kinda. R.I.P. the whole vein, man. Oh
Man.
man,
R.I.P., bro.
whole vein, legendary hip hop manager. If you fuck with hip hop, you know Hovain managed almost everybody. I mean, all of the people we fuck with, he managed people like Lloyd Banks, people like Ice from the Joe Budden pod. He managed a lot of people. Guru, he managed people in entertainment that you wouldn't think would need a manager at the beginning, but now as we see how much hip hop is influential and how much money is being made, you need representation. So he was well, I mean, he was a black dude. If y'all don't know who he was, you can look him up. But he was just a dude from the neighborhood, man, that was he was smart enough to handle that side of the business, all of the administrative type stuff that an artist or an engineer, whatever you're doing in entertainment and you need a manager, he will hold you down. Like he was that guy. That's how many people trusted him. Like compared to the average story you might hear about management in the industry, somebody getting taken advantage of. You never heard that type of shit about Hovain. It was always just good stories. You know what I mean? Like I got a personal story about Hovain. This was a few years ago, back when he was managing Wale. Um, he would be on Twitter and shit. This was when I was heavy on Twitter. And he was managing Wale at the time. Wale had a record that was being played on ESPN, and he needed somebody to edit a video for the segment on ESPN. So I reached out to him randomly. And you know how it goes with these industry cats or just industry people in general, celebs on social media. You might message them. They might even reach out to people online via a question. He was one of the people that would say some shit, reach out, but actually respond back to you. So I mean, like back then for that video that he needed edited, he actually reached out. Well, not reached out, but I actually reached out to him. He contacted me back, and I put a video together. It never got used, but shout out to him because like although it didn't get used, he still threw me a little bit of bread for that. So like I was just like, yo, damn, he been a solid nigga from then. And that was the only interaction I had with him personally. But you could see stories around the industry that it was similar to that he was just a good dude. Like, like I could pull the message up now. I'm not going to, but I could pull up the message now of him just being like, yo, well, we didn't get to use that content, bro, but here I still want to throw you some bread for it. As an industry nigga doing that is, man,
Insane, bro.
bro, you a
Yeah,
real nigga
for
to
real.
the death for that, for real. Like, for real,
Yeah,
for real.
for real. For real, for
So,
real.
RP the whole vein, man. Like, RP to his loved ones, his family. The news just came in, so that shit is fresh. As of now, it's not known how he passed, but I mean, they're all right now. They're just asking that keep the family in mind, and you know what I mean, keep them in your prayers and your thoughts. So RP the whole vein, man, real dude. Like it's crazy. I just mentioned that story, and I mean now we got this pod shit going so well. I recently did hit that nigga up, believe it or not. I hit him up again, like yo, on some yo. I appreciate you, bro. Like I'm just trying to get looking for help, basically trying to see what he could help with. Just knowing him being a nigga that actually responds to you. I just sent him a message on like, yo, this is what I got going on right now. This is what I'm trying to get to. Would you be able to help in any way with this shit? So
It's crazy, bro.
yeah, it's insane, man. Like it's fucking insane, bro. R.I.P. Hovain, man. Y'all hold your head. This is a I don't even want to say hip hop because I don't like attributing shit to hip hop anymore because hip hop is like it's two sides to that shit. But he was somebody in like black culture that was his impact is gonna be missed and his presence is gonna be missed. Even behind the scenes, people that he wasn't like somebody in the public eye. If you knew, you knew type shit. So this is gonna shake shit up for a lot of people, man. It's just sad. R.I.P. to the good brother, man.
R.I.P.
But fellas, man, how was y'all weeks, man? We just celebrated Turkey Day. What did y'all
Gobble,
niggas do?
gobble.
What did y'all niggas do for the gobbles and all that? Pause, because that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that
wild.
was wild. I don't even know what I just said, bro. Let's get past
It was
that.
insane.
Just
That
say
was
Turkey Day.
insane.
We're gonna call it Turkey Day, man.
Yeah, we're just gonna say Turkey
I
Day,
don't know
man.
about all that Thanksgiving shit.
Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving, according to Meek Mill, you know what I mean? Meek be tweeting, he said Thanksgiving's fake. And I believe him. I mean, that shit is fake, bro. I agree. He said
Well,
Thanksgiving is fake. The Pilgrims killed the Indians. I still remember them books from school.
well,
Horrible. I got Indian friends. My family might link up.
well. I mean, if Meek want to get technical, a lot of shit, he raps about and stuff like that. He probably shouldn't speak on anymore if he's,
So you
going
shouldn't spew no,
that type of.
you shouldn't spew no more Thanksgiving balls.
Only Thanksgiving bars I want to hear now is, can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. That's it,
You shouldn't
man.
have no balls. I don't want to hear nothing about my niggas eating their
How was
pizza
your
already.
days though?
I mean, I kicked it with some fam. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. The energy was right. You know, everybody was vibing. Everybody, feeling good. Music is, it was that feeling you get. So it was good to feel it. Pause.
Hmm.
Yeah, nah,
I
that's
went
what's
to New
up.
York. I went to God Forsaken New York for 2 days, and I stayed my ass in the house. As soon as I got there, I ain't go outside, nothing. I didn't want to be in the presence of the city. Went to the store here and there to go, pick up a few things.
Oh, you was in New
Um,
York?
yeah, I was in New York. I got there Wednesday morning, and I left Friday night.
Yeah, my son was in the biddy. My nigga was on the train and all that. I mean, I
Yeah, I was
was
on the train.
peeping.
I was, you know what I'm saying? But I was in and out, brother. Thanksgiving came and went.
As
That
you
was it.
should.
Yeah. One thing I do, because I can say though, I like the New York holiday feel.
Facts. I love that's the
Undefeated.
best time of the year in
I
New York.
love,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
yeah, it is. It is.
Undefeated, bro.
Undefeated. I caught it. It was very, you know what I'm saying? Like just being out there, smelling the air, the coldness, you know what I'm saying? It was, even though it was cold outside, it was nice out still. The sun shining, you know what I'm saying? Still feel that. That's one thing I do miss about New York, is the holiday,
And I was gonna
especially
say
Christmas.
same for sure. Like from holiday season, from like let's say October 20th before
Yeah,
Halloween, all the
yeah,
way to like January 10th.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
get the Halloween parade, you get niggas dressed up, you get all the Halloween stores start popping up, selling costumes. You know the shit right near Flight Club that used to be on Broadway in Soho. They used to have
Yeah,
that
the
main
Halloween store.
Halloween store.
It's still
You know what
there.
I mean? Oh, it's still there? Word, word.
It's still,
I ain't been to Soho in a minute, man.
it's still
So,
there.
so fire, man. I
It was
love it.
there when I went. It was there when I went to the Bluebird shop. Yeah, it's still there. It should be still there. It was there when I saw it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, nah, that's holidays in New York City is what really makes the city worth it. And I mean, there's a couple
yeah.
other things that make it worth it, but you
Nah,
see they have they, well in terms of like
Each his own.
just the city itself, you know what I mean? You got tourists
yeah,
and just people the publicity and the you know what I mean, the publicity of the city. Holiday season is around that time. Cause you got the Macy's store, the Macy's parade. Like it's some
Right.
big shit that goes down for the holidays in New
Yeah.
York.
Yeah. Just to be outside during Christmas time in Manhattan. It's just like,
And
oh,
yeah. You know
ain't
what I mean?
nothing
You
like it,
got
brother.
amount of movies and pop culture references that tie back to that type of year in New
Yeah.
York is that shit is world. That shit is global.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. Great feeling. That's one thing I did miss about it. A train ride was smooth too. I
I'm
went
about to say,
there.
word, like tell us about that. You know what I mean? Being back on the train and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's
It was
cracking
fun.
the
It was cool.
80's.
Cool. Like I said, I went there early morning. I caught the 7 o'clock at night bus Friday, so I had to leave around 5 ish. You know what I'm saying?
Early
Wasn't bad.
morning.
Oh no. I left. Well, I left. I caught the 5 a.m. bus. No, the 7 a.m. bus to New York, and on the way back home, I caught the 7 p.m. bus,
Oh,
and
okay.
it wasn't that bad of a ride. Yeah, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
I didn't see nobody crazy. Nobody smoking crack on the train.
Yeah.
No fights. Yeah, no crazy shit. So it was pretty smooth. I just rolled through and just played my Jay-Z and just got to my bus. That was it.
Play that jigger.
Yeah, I was playing Life my in my Lifetime Volume 3.
You say, yeah, that's definitely jigger. What about you, drugs? Shit, holiday was pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I
You
said,
spent it with the
spent
fam
the
and
week,
shit.
family, caught up on, what they was, getting into, stuff like that. Nothing but positive vibes, man. Good energy. Uh,
Important. That's important, man.
yeah, man. That's all
All
I'm
fucking
about.
important. Yeah, nah, my shit was pretty cool too. You know what I mean? I spent part of the day with my parents, my mom, my pop. You know what I mean? My mom made a little bit of food. We was over there. I mean, ate a good plate. You know what I mean? Watched a little bit of soccer, some FIFA World Cup games. You know what I mean? Watched the football game, Detroit versus the Buffalo Bills. Good football game. Drank a little bit. You know what I mean? Little Johnny Walker. And then when niggas had to leave the crib, come back over to mosque because I was over at their apartment. You know what I mean? We live in the same complex, different apartments. And we came over after the food. Had to go get to that thing. You know what I mean? Had to go roll a spliff. You know what I'm saying? I said this multiple times. I can't smoke with my dad, bro. This nigga smoked me under the motherfucking bench, nigga. I gotta take 2 hits and I'm cool, nigga. That shit be kicking like Bruce Lee when that nigga roll. But I ain't able to keep up. So, but that shit was cool, man. Just being able to kick it with the family and shit. Being in a different state than where we from together and shit. And then after that, I went to my shorty crib and then we went to her parents' crib. I ate another plate, had some dessert and shit. It was a pretty cool day, man. Overall, you know what I mean, like her family's there, her brother and her and his girl was there. It's cool family vibes all around, man. It was just a good day overall. I mean, played a couple of board games. Board games is a nice. I'm a board game type of nigga now, man. Like I don't know if y'all niggas is into board games as much as I am, but I love a good game night. Good little board game, little alcohol involved, maybe a little spliff or edibles, whatever you into, or you could be sober too. It's just a cool, cool activity for multiple people to play. You know what I mean? Like niggas was playing Sorry, niggas was playing motherfucking Bingo and shit. Shit was cool. Shit was fun, man. Shit was real fun. But I mean, we mentioned it earlier. I just wanted to make sure we actually talk about it. That fucking Fetty Wap Yams record, Sweet Yams.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wait, that shit is here to stay, man. That motherfucker
That
record
beat
here to
alone
stay.
is holiday ready.
Yeah, that shit is a Negro spiritual, bro. That shit is gonna be around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get to the yeah? That shit went viral. Like it dropped a few days before Thanksgiving and went viral because on the day it started. People started shouting it out, started playing it. Charlie Wilson did his own rendition. Tank, I believe, did his own. Like, that shit went viral. Like, the real R&B niggas gave their version of that song. And them niggas was breaking that shit down, boy. I ain't gonna front. Fetty did his thing. But to hear Charlie on that shit, Uncle Charlie, ooh, wee. I mean, it's unfortunate that it had to happen while my nigga was in prison behind the G-wall, coincidentally, of course. We ain't even gonna get into that, but shout out to my boy Fetty, man. Like, hold your head, bro. Got a good record out here in these streets, but
yeah, that shit is that's a jam right there.
It
really is.
That shit heat. But let's get into this, man. We was talking about Meek Mill earlier. You know, Meek always got some tweets. Meek tweets is probably just as good as his music if we keep it in the bug. Like, when Meek get to tweeting, when that nigga get to tweeting, boy, oh man, niggas pay attention. He don't got the best grammatically put together, grammatically structured sentences and shit.
We don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm about to say niggas don't care. We know what he trying to say.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
But Meek tweeted, and this is shout out to Meek, because I fuck with Meek in terms of I fuck with his music, but I also fuck with him as a person just because it was so much stacked against him, and you can see he's just a perfect example of, yo, just keep fighting, man. You gonna make it to a good spot. Like, if you just remember where Meek came from, fam, and where he at now, and what he's still going through, is just like, damn. But Meek tweeted, #Ask Meek. And then he goes on to say, I made $11 million in 10 years from music. Just music payments. I was shocked, mad, and didn't really want to rap for any label. Now I got real. Hold on, because you know his. I gotta. Let me see, because this shit is a little funny to read. Now I got a real point to prove. To show you I can survive without getting raped. On a bad month, I make an M. A lot of people let me down when I got educated about my business. And it wasn't like I'm a learner. And it wasn't like I'm not a learner. They mentally kept me faded from knowing. One day I asked, how much Going Bad made just for that song? That's the song with him and Drake. They said, 24 M's. I was like, oh, how much did I make? And all I got was, LOL. I'm like, what the fuck? I know all the other financials to my business and my other businesses. LOL, I signed out Lost Soul Trust for the whole system. Basically, this nigga Meek is saying he's wising up to realizing what the music business is and how it affects artists and their music sales and shit and what they actually get from their production. I bring this up just to say, because you know Meek put out his he put out a new mixtape, and his whole thing is he's independent now. He's not on any label. He vowed to never make music for any labels anymore. Niggas asked him like, yo, because he eventually, when he put out Expensive Pain, his last project, he said a deluxe edition was coming. You know what the deluxe edition means? It's just the same album being released with new songs. Somebody asked him on Twitter if he's gonna put that out still, and he was like, yo, no, I'm never gonna put anything out that's going to benefit a label anymore. I'm doing everything for me at this point. So that led him to doing this whole thing, putting out a new mixtape, and he decided to put it out via Cash App, which was, like, that shit is fire, man. He's like, hey, we're going to bring back that old mixtape feel. I'm a nigga that used to be on the block selling tapes. Why can't we do the same thing via the internet now? So I was just bringing that to the pod just to see, first, what y'all niggas thought about, know what I mean? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. I haven't heard the project, but as we say on this pod, or as I should say, speaking for myself, I don't really listen to rap that much anymore, so this wasn't a project I was going to check out, but I'm not saying I don't want to hear it. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but...
Well, on this podcast, you know us. We listen to shit. We don't listen to shit. We still review it. So, you know how we give it up.
This is cracking the 80s. We going to review some shit that we haven't even saw or heard yet.
Yep.
We're just gonna tell y'all how the fuck we feel.
Yeah, right.
Especially on the music. This I think I'm gonna support this one. I wanna not only because I want to hear it, but just because he on his shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Something in your gut telling you to fuck with this nigga, right? Same with me. Something I got a gut feeling to fuck with this nigga again. Something's telling me to fuck with him again. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the air.
He been wilding. I ain't
He
gonna
been
lie.
wilding. He been wilding. He been wilding. And I ain't gonna lie, I saw a picture of that Dream Chaser chain that he had up. That's a nice for a fucking chain. Dream Catcher, Dream Chaser. I was like, oh, this nigga got. Hey,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
I that
Even
motherfucker out, nigga.
the DC Dream Chasers logo is hard too, though. Even though it just said
It is.
DC, I always fuck with that shit.
It is.
But I do feel you too, though, on like it's just something in the air of being like, yo, we should support this. And I mean, I was gonna support it either way. Like I said, I haven't checked it out, but I mean, I'm gonna definitely look into figuring out how I can send him the bread for it because I do want to support that. Like I would support anything that is outside of the norm of the music business and music industry. Like if Meek is using Cash App to take payments, even though it's just a Dat Piff link or whatever, I'm with that because I mean. This is how progression starts. You know what I mean? This is how progress is made,
Yeah,
especially
because
in
I
the
wanted
music
to.
business.
I went. I feel like obviously, I feel like the labels is gonna hate and find some way to make this go left. But I want him to actually be successful in this because, like you said, like this is could be the start of a whole nother movement, like something positive. But
Nah,
like,
for real. Because I
actually,
mean, he's accepting payment from Cash App for his project. So I'm not sure if he has a price or if it's just like, yo, you send whatever you want to. But the fact that he is an artist at his stature, you know what I mean? This nigga got songs with everybody. Drake, any artist you can name that's like A-list. Meek is an A-list artist, so for him to do that and be at the position he's at, because you got to think, he said he only made, and this is only, he said, I only made $11 million in 10 years from music, when the label grossed over 100 million from just the music. That means he's only getting about 10% of what he's generating
bro,
from the music that he made.
you gotta feel like even if you work a 9 to 5 and you make 700 a week or something, like you know what I'm saying? Like hearing that, like that's insane, bro.
X.
Yeah, it is.
That's it's really insane. Like, wow. 10% of what your shit gross is paying everybody else, and they're being compensated more than you. That's a problem, man. So I'm gonna support Meek in this. I'm gonna pay for that project, Flamers 5. And shout out to him for bringing back that feel of putting out an actual mixtape. Like he put it out, that shit wasn't on streaming at all. That shit was straight Dat Piff. I mean, hot new hip hop. What I basically, like I said, what he's doing. You join his Discord. There's a link in there. You pay, and then the link is sent to you, and you just download it to your computer. Just literally direct to consumer, which we keep it a buck. That's the best way to create a fan base, man. You got to have that direct, no middleman connection to your to everybody that's supporting you, that will potentially support you. You can't have your music on a platform where you got to pay them just so it to be there, and then they getting a larger percentage of the pie than you for your work. Shit makes no sense, but y'all know how this music business shit go. The shit is set up for the niggas in the suits to get more money than the niggas actually doing the work and living the
Niggas in the street.
lifestyle. Word, the niggas that's putting together the fucking shit that we listening to. So
Niggas throw you some bread, give you some chains,
niggas give you a plaque.
give
Congratulations.
you a little house.
Fuck all that, nigga. We need equity. Niggas need equity and all that shit nowadays, man.
Word.
None of
That
that
should be
should be
called
paid off.
401k.
Fuck a 401k. 401ks are trash. I just learned that
No, I'm
shit
just saying,
recently
it
too.
don't come with no.
Oh, you said it don't come with a 401k.
It don't come. Yeah, it don't come with it. Don't come with
Yeah,
no insurance, nothing, nigga.
nigga, that shit come with a attaboy. Shit crazy, man.
I owe you.
I
That
owe
should come
you
with
for real.
That
I
should come with.
got you.
That should come with a OU and
Yeah, yeah,
Robert.
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Look, some niggas that's hating on you. Word. Some niggas is gonna kill you. That's what it come with. That's all it come with.
y'all niggas
It's
seen
fine
Black
now,
Panther?
nigga. Watch your back. I
Did y'all
saw
niggas see the new Black Panther too?
I saw clips 'cause it leaked. It's all over YouTube right now. I saw scenes. I saw with Namor wild up the moms and all that. You know what I'm saying? I saw all that.
Yeah,
Kind of
spoiler
crazy.
alert, spoiler alert. Angela
Spoiler
Bassett's
alert.
character, the Queen, she perished in the movie.
Yeah,
That
she go out.
nigga drowned her ass.
Yeah, word. But
Nigga
that
had her
drip.
face down in a puddle.
Yeah, he had that drip. He was dripping real.
Drip so hard, no and close and right on this wave. Good movie.
Yeah.
I seen it. Me and my shorty went to see it last weekend. I got a couple of takes about it, but like I said, I only seen it once, so I from what I remember, I enjoyed it. I could just start with that. Um, it definitely, and this is gonna get into something we're gonna talk about after. It was lacking a fucking star. Like it had no star lead role. It was just like a movie full of just different things happening. I fuck with Namor. Like he was a pretty good introduction to the movie. Fuck with his character and what he represented, and just like some of the fighting scenes they had, the wings on his feet and shit. Pretty cool. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it now, Shuri is the new Black Panther.
He's a
I
new
think
BP.
they introduced Ironheart in this movie as well. The little black girl that was I forget where she was from. I think I want to say DC, but she was in she was in Boston. She went to MIT actually. So it was in Boston. She created some kind of experiment or some kind of technology for the school, just on some like class project shit. The government got wind of it and they started using the thing she made to go search for vibranium, which eventually led to them coming across Namor's people because in the movie, spoiler alert, if you know what I mean, they discover that Namor's people under the water is also a source of vibranium. So from there, you got the government now using this little black girl's technology to find vibranium, and Namor's people thinking that she's the one that's actually trying to harm them. So you got a couple of conflict that arises from there. I appreciate the movie. Like I said, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, man. I can see that franchise and the movie was supposed to be a lot more than what eventually happened, but because the good brother passed away, they kind of were at like they were behind the eight ball. You know what I mean? No pun intended. Crack. They were behind the eight ball and trying to pull this shit off. So they did the best they could. I appreciated it for what it was. So I thought it was cool. What was most exciting about the Black Panther movie was in the preview was the new Ant-Man movie. With my nigga King the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors in that bitch. I'm excited to see that shit. So the
Yeah,
Marvel
Quantum Mania.
Universe, they're continuing. What'd you say? It was Quantum. What is it called?
Into the Quantum Mania. That movie I'm actually hype about. I actually want to see how they gonna do that. I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in that. That and Guardians 3.
All the Ant-Man's been pretty good. So
I never was
The
the Ant Man nigga.
second one was kind of dry. I did like it though, but it was kind of dry.
it was more set up. It was a setup film. Like, hey, we setting up what the universe is gonna be. But I
Yeah.
mean, this I mentioned that just to get into, Quentin Tarantino, beloved director of film. Quentin Tarantino,
Legend.
legend. He was on a podcast over the last week, and he had some words to say about not only the Marvel universe, but just uh actors in general that are in these films. He says Quentin Tarantino says the MCU makes Captain America bigger than Chris Evans. He has a quote. He says, "But they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star." I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think there's been a zillion. I think that's been said a zillion times. But it's like it's these franchise characters that become a star, not the actors.
Yes,
Basically,
sir.
he was giving off the idea of like, hey, these superhero franchise movies that they're putting out here, the star is not the actor that's playing the character. It's the character themselves. So of course, you know, him being who he is, he's gonna get some steam. It's gonna get picked up on different platforms. You know what I'm saying? Different publications pick it up and have their own stories. And it got to the radar of a couple of other people, and one of them being the actor from Shang-Chi, Marvel's Shang-Chi, which was I fuck with Shang-Chi a lot. I'm not gonna front. That was one of my favorite new Phase 4 Marvel movies. Probably the only good one if you keep it a buck. But Simu Liu, the star of that movie, goes in response to Quentin Tarantino. He says, "No movie is or ever will be perfect, but I'm proud to work on one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen by creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. I love the Golden Age too, but it was white as hell." What do y'all brothers think? Like, where do you stand on that on his take and what Quentin Tarantino was saying? Because he went on further, but I'm saying, okay. So what he basically was saying more, he said if the only gatekeepers to the movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would have never had the opportunity to lead a $400 million movie. I am in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are I can't read for shit today. Fuck. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to the point their nose at anyone.
First off, nigga, don't nobody know your name. We know you as Shang-Chi.
Right. I
All
definitely know.
right? And definitely know that nigga name. You just said it. I don't. You can say that shit again right now, and I would still say, so yeah, Shang-Chi, right? Nobody cares. You niggas are not You niggas are not movie stars. Okay?
Yeah.
Do a film that's outside the Marvel universe and see what happens.
Was that
See
like
what
a
happens.
sub to Black Adam?
I don't. Oh, Quentin Tarantino said.
Yeah. Was that like a sub?
I mean, I don't think so because The Rock.
Because I agree with
People
him.
thought,
But
yeah, I agree
why
with
did he
him
say it though?
100%. But at least The Rock is a movie star. He is the movie star.
Yes, he is. He is. He is.
He is. He is. He's excluded from that argument. He's a movie
But
star. Niggas can go see The Rock
what's the
and
actual context of the conversation? Because it's kind of like, what is he referring? Like, why did he even say that though? Like, what was he responding to?
So okay, so basically, it's good you asked the question of like, um, so basically, what's my man name? James Cameron. Oh, so you were saying why? How do we even know about this? This
No,
is
I'm
what
saying
led
like,
me to.
what what's the context of the conversation, or like what made him reply? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What made him? I think
Like,
so. What I'm getting at is I think just the age we live in now with podcast, because this, like I said, this was on a podcast. So you got to imagine the convo probably wasn't even about that. It might have just had him lead to that soundbite. But what I got from this was in this age of podcasting, we get to hear more from these directors that we never heard anything from outside of like
yeah,
the interview that they might have did for the film that they're talking about.
yeah.
Because before this, we seen James Cameron on, I forget where he was, speaking about Avatar and saying, having a similar sentiment, just saying shit that people could be like, yo, what, like, wait, what? Like, why do we even care what you have to say? Like, you haven't said anything ever before. We don't even know what you sound like. Now, directors are out here giving their opinions about it. I think it's just the age we live in with podcasts and just how content
No,
goes
but
around.
Tarantino. Not to cut you off, but bro, Tarantino, he be outside, bro.
Yeah.
Like he be outside. He interviews. Like he, because you got to remember he's one of them directors that actually acted.
That's true too. I can't remember. Let me see. Let me try to find some context to the conversation. Let's see here.
Because I want to, like I said, I do agree with what he's saying. But it's like, okay, it's like when he said it, it's like, all right.
Yeah, just having the context of what he was speaking of. I think it was just a question that, because like I said, it was on that podcast, so I don't know what was asked of him, but
And how could
everybody
you get tight at this?
You said what?
How could you get tight at this? I'm so confused. Like what?
He
didn't say
all right,
anything.
because remember I told you about the CBM fanboys that hate everything that's not comic movies,
Yeah.
right? They felt the way about it. And that led, Shang-Chi to feel away and want to say something. Because he's seen that the fans he was just rallying up the MCU fans or the comic book heads. That's really what he did it for. Because he was the only motherfucker to say something. Out of all the motherfuckers, out of all the people,
Anthony Mackie said some shit, but it was in favor
that was
of Tarantino, though.
Quentin Tarantino. He said that shit years ago. He said that years ago. But none of the MCU fanboys say anything to him. Why? Because he's fucking Falcon. We kind of became a little hypocritical for him to say that because he is Falcon. He is now the Captain America. So there's that. But, he's not telling a fucking lie. Let Shang-Chi do another film that's outside of Marvel, and we see if people gonna pull up to come see you, nigga. Chris Evans tried to do it. Not gonna work. Better stick to some Netflix shit. Y'all niggas ain't bringing in no money. There's no new Tom Cruises. There's no fucking... I would say the last star is probably Chris Pratt. The last one. He's the last one.
I want to say there aren't any movie stars in general nowadays outside of The
There
Rock.
are. No, it's not. Outside of The Rock, Tom Cruise, around the OGs.
You can't even count Tom Cruise because he's not even... He only did Top Gun because I've heard a story about them wanting to do a sequel to Top Gun for years, but Tom Cruise didn't believe or trust in any of the directors that pitched the idea until this most recent one.
Yeah.
And I forget, it was a pretty cool story on how he actually agreed to do it. I wish I had it off the top of my head, but even considering Tom Cruise, I can't put him in that shit no more because he had one movie in how many years? Like,
no, what you talking about? He did the Jack Reacher trilogy, Mission Impossible. He's still doing Mission Impossible, nigga. Fuck it.
the last Mission Impossible.
Nigga, it was 6. He's still doing Mission Impossible, nigga. He's still at it. He's still doing his own stunts. Tom Cruise is still that nigga, bro. That's why he got the highest grossing film this year. Tom Cruise. Still in the game.
Yeah, he that nigga, man.
He's still in the game, bro. As far as MCU actors, none of them niggas can hang. Think niggas went to go see Robert Downey Jr. and Sherlock Holmes? I don't know, nigga. You better put that suit on, nigga, and fly. Fuck you solving cases for? Think niggas want to see motherfucking Tom Hiddleston and anything? Nigga, you better lie and be Loki. That's it.
Nah,
The characters are way more important than the motherfucking... You put Captain America in the Love movie, that shit gonna hit 500 mil. They ain't even gotta do nothing with the MCU. Just put Captain America in the Love of the Shield. A side movie. It's gonna sell because Captain America is the selling point. The actors are not.
With superheroes movies in general, the character themselves are the star because they have a built-in fan base.
Right.
So, I mean, I agree with Drvgz. I wish I could hear the context of how the question came about and what he was talking about. I wish I had like the audio or something, but because I would really want to know like what he was trying to get at, because I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that he's trying to say. Like, hey, yo, there are no movie stars. Because I mean, the fact that the character themselves are the stars, I don't think that the Well, I mean, Hollywood, you could look at it like that too. And back in the day, Hollywood actors, they were the people, they were the person that the audience were coming to see. So
Right, exactly. Yeah. Not the same
and
no more.
outside of
I have that.
outside of like superhero movies nowadays and comic book films, there aren't that many movies that hit theaters that are like must see or like an actor is in it. Oh, we gotta go check that shit out.
The last one was what? Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun, word.
That was it. We wanted to see Tom Cruise. And so this in a few weeks we got Avatar 2 coming out. So, you know what I'm saying? James Cameron is saying if this shit don't bring if it don't make 2 billion, I'm not making another one. So best believe motherfuckers gonna go see this new Avatar shit. Niggas are gonna go see this shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to James Cameron keeping cinema alive. Quentin Tarantino also came out. I think it was in that same interview. He said he's working on a series for Netflix, I believe.
Oh yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what he's gonna do with that. Um, Quentin Tarantino's a fucking god. Like he Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 was arguably like the greatest like 2-part movie series of all time.
That shit made its way into hip hop, nigga. That fucking sound effect.
Kill
That
Bill is
shit.
like Kill Bill 1 alone is like top 5 for me.
Lucy Liu. I mean, good. Who's that? Jodie Foster that play in that shit. It's
Jodie Foster, Vivica A. Fox, fucking great
Man,
cat.
good film.
The sequel, I believe, if there was a Quentin Tarantino came on an interview a few years ago and said if there was a 3, it would be about Vivica A. Fox's daughter.
Be interesting. I mean, I don't know if it will be that good any. Well, it'll be good, but I don't
It's
know if
Quentin.
people will
That
care.
nigga could make niggas in a bar for 3 hours cinema. He did it.
bro, that nigga is a legend, bro.
He did it. Okay. He made a movie called From Dusk Till Dawn about criminals, right? Trying
Bro,
to
that's
escape.
that's one of the greatest movies ever, man.
And randomly vampires pop up. And it was still fire. And there's no explanation on the vampires. We still to
Shit,
this day don't know what the fuck that had to
shit
do
was
with
a
vampires.
hellhole, nigga.
Why? What the fuck they were vampires? Where the fuck were they? What? How? This movie was about niggas robbing shit, and then it was vampires. We
Nah, it
still
wasn't
don't
even
know to this day.
vampires. They was demons, nigga. That shit was
It,
a
don't e-
pathway to hell. You remember when it ended? And the
it
camera
was.
like panned out.
Where,
Behind it was a literally some sort of like path to hell or some shit.
but where did that come from? There was no hints to that before that. They just walked in a bar, and the movie became that.
It literally was a bar in the middle of nowhere. That shit was full fire though, bro. Shit was so
It
fire, man.
was. It was. It was. It was. We my
And that
coworkers
movie
when
is timeless, bro. Like you
when
could
I asked my coworkers about it, it was like this fucking vampires. No need for no explanation about it. Like, why does everybody say that?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It was like a lot of his movies is like raw, like blood and gore, like
Right.
there's concepts,
It's
but
just
it's like
always. But
it's
at
kind of
least he
straight
hints at
to it.
certain things. You know what I'm saying? That was one of his movies where he just did not give you nothing until you got to that bar. Like there was no indication of unrealistic setting for this universe
Right.
at all.
Right. It was a regular bar.
It
Regular
was a regular
chicks
bar.
serving
The
niggas
whole movie was a regular.
where the shorty was performing, she was singing on the dancing on the tables and all that. Nah, that movie
Right.
is elite, bro.
I don't know, man. That movie always still fucked me up.
Mm.
Quentin Tarantino actually acted in that movie.
Yeah.
He was Thing's little brother. What's his nigga
Bro,
name? George Clooney.
yeah, yep.
George Clooney's little brother.
Yeah, nah. I mean, shout out to them legends, man. I'm after the pod, I'm gonna go look it up. It's funny. That's what this pod is. We gonna talk about some shit and be like, yo, yeah, after I'm gonna check that shit out. I'm gonna definitely go check out that podcast. I think that's a Tom Segura podcast, like a comedian. So go check out to see what that full convo was about and get some context of what he was saying.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this. Is just a quick before we get into the end of get to the other segments. There's this documentary on Netflix. It's a 2. It's pretty long. I haven't even finished it. I'm halfway in, but it's called "Is This Black Enough for You?" Pretty cool documentary. Is by Elvis Mitchell. I'm not too familiar with this brother, but his voice is super distinct. You hear his voice, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna know that shit forever. He sound like a Morgan Freeman light. But basically, this shit is about the rise in black representation in entertainment and in Hollywood, and just the overall evolution of the origins and the evolution of black entertainment, basically. You know what I mean? Guys like Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, Billy D. Williams, Shaft. Those guys, like from the 30s, how movies were back then with all the racist minstrel shows and all that shit, niggas trying to be black people. And then the 1939, where according to America or just people in Hollywood, that was the greatest time ever in movies. But you go back and look, it was great to them because they were representing other cultures but starred as white people. So they were seeing new shit, but it was like fiction. It wasn't anything that was real that was actually happening in the world. And then as time went on, and of course there were like black films being made at this time, but they weren't really put to the forefront. I appreciated this film because it actually gave you a good origin of like, oh, this was like one of the first black people in film, the type of characters they played, and then how it eventually led to black people being in films being like that star, like superhero machismo kind of role, like a nigga like Superfly and shit. Nigga was just on some like player, real, I'm the boss type shit. Like, nigga, like my word is my bond. Like, as opposed to like movies prior to that, it was about like just regular shit, or it might have been just like about a white guy that was down on his luck. It wasn't really about like heroism or anything. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't really checked it out completely. I'm halfway in, but it's a good watch. Just if you into like history and shit. I ain't really into history, but as I'm getting older now, I like to check on like black history and just see how things came from where it was to where it is now. And I mean, of course, you got the black exploitation era where there was a time in Hollywood where everything had the word black, and any black movie was like, yo, the Black Godfather, the black superhero. It was just like that. You know what I mean? Like shit like Superfly and shit with just movies like that. It's pretty interesting. I think it's a good watch for people to check out. I'm saying White Lotus season 2. I know Marz, you said you checked that shit out. You started that shit finally.
Yeah, the first episode, man. I'm indulged, man. I'm loving it so far, man. You know, you got the old horny Italian guy. You got his horny son, and you got the wannabe horny grandson. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be horny. He's not horny yet. He wants to be.
These niggas is hilarious in this cast, bro.
Damn, for real.
You got the rich prick white guy and his lovely wife. I don't even think he's a prick. He's just a player. He's a player. He's a smooth nigga. I'm sorry, I take that back. He's a smooth nigga.
He just a smooth, bro.
He's a smooth nigga. Then you got the stuck up bitch with her Asian boyfriend. She looks like she needs to get her face fucked immediately. You know what I'm saying? She needs some dick and now.
Yeah, she's mad.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. When I said she needs some dick. Once I seen her, I knew off rip. She needs some cock in her life. And then the show was showing that. Nigga got dressed behind her. He took his clothes off, changed his swimming trunks. She saw his little situation. And she was turned on by it. She tried to deny it. Tried to cover herself by telling her husband what he did. But the husband borderline gay. Yeah, the boyfriend borderline gay. He don't give a fuck. That nigga wanted to run in and fucking.
Didn't she get jealous when the
pops on that nigga
girls when the pops was bringing the girls into the hotel?
She probably did. She get mad at everything. He was the nigga. They was the couples in the next room playing around. She's like, is he hurting her? What is he doing to her?
Oh yeah, like, nigga,
they boyfriend and girlfriend. They husband and wife. What the fuck do you mean? What is he doing to her?
No, I think ain't that his fiance now? Like, aren't they like engaged?
Who?
The Audrey Plaza character and the Asian dude.
I don't think they're engaged. I think they're just boyfriend and girl. They might be engaged. They might be. They might be. You might be onto something.
I thought they weren't gay. Yeah, that shit was funny. My nigga came back from a run and immediately went to the porn.
They went straight to the porn. We on vacation. How you want? That's fucked up. Like, nigga, you on vacation. You ain't thinking about fucking your bitch when she get back?
She said, "Yo, I was right downstairs. Like, you couldn't wait for me."
Right. On top of that dirty shit, did you see this nigga take a shower for 3 seconds?
That nigga did like a quick rinse, bro.
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah, that I forgot about that scene. That nigga definitely came from a run, went into the shower, rinsed off, and got out.
No, he came back for the run and hit the bed. And then when she got in the house,
oh yeah, that's when he went to the shower.
That's when he went to the shower. So this dirty nigga.
Dirty ass nigga.
The fuck? You on vacation? That's how you shower on vacation, you dirty fuck?
And he didn't even shower. He just let the water hit him. And
he just let the water hit him, yeah. Unless the water got built in soap. There's some shit I don't know about. Some futuristic shit going on.
That was wild. Italian shit. That might be some Sicilian shit they got over there in Sicily.
They ain't got soap out there?
Yeah, they got soap. No. That might be some shit where they got the soap in the water that we don't know.
In the water, right.
That shit. Good show, though. Good show. I fuck with it.
What else you got going on? You got, the old fucking, you got Stifler's mother, being lied to, being used by this old, by Martin's, partner on the radio show. That's who that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is?
It is him, yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I was just watching Martin, too.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, look at nigga.
he's fucking Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
Lying to her, though.
You know what's crazy? How I realized it was him? I had just watched the episode. I forgot. Damn, I forgot what else was happening in the episode. But it was the episode where Martin had walked in on him, and he was like, you know, he was pretending that he was accepting calls.
Oh yeah.
So he was pretending to be Martin. Yo, bro. Once he started talking, like, and I was like, yo, wait. Nah, bro, this is something from White Lotus.
That's funny.
Shit, I caught on. That shit crazy, bro. But yeah. Something funny as hell.
Good show, man. White Lotus. It's a couple of shows I've been checking out, fellas. Like, I ain't gonna go over them, but I ain't gonna review them, but Hip Hop Homicides, 50 Cent show. Great fucking show about just the unfortunate and tragic deaths we had in hip hop that kind of went unsolved. 50 and Van Lathan is the host of the show. They go around to these different cities where these artists passed and speak to their families, speak to like the people involved in the case to kind of see if they could get some closure for the families and the people involved. Pretty cool. I fuck with it. And I fuck with 50 just being 50, man. 50, we didn't even talk about it during Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? 50 live out here in Houston now. That nigga was the grand marshal for the parade out here. You know what I mean? He was a nigga leading the motherfucking parade. He got a key to the city that day and all that. Whatever the fuck that mean. I mean, it's a good look, but for a New York, for a Queens nigga, a Southside nigga, for 50 to be that, it's like, wow. He's that dude. He really is that dude.
Yeah, 50 run the United States of America, my nigga. He run the world, low key. 50 run the world, low key.
Seems like it. I've been checking that out. This right here is a great recommendation I want to bring to the pod, and of course, I want to bring to the people out there. Once we get our website, I mean, we working on our website right now, guys. Once we get that shit up and running, we're gonna have a list of all of these shows and stuff we talking about that y'all can check out on the website. I mean, we just gonna link y'all. But I've been watching this show. Well, I finished it. Season 2 is coming up, but I watched this show called The Bear. Oh my God, bro, this show is amazing. Show comes on FX. You know FX don't really miss. FX has some of my favorite shows out. They got Snowfall. They got Dave with Lil Dicky. They got Atlanta, of course, that just ended. And now they got The Bear. The Bear is on this is on Hulu and FX as well. This shit stars I don't know if y'all niggas ever watch. Y'all niggas ever watch Shameless, the
The
Showtime
hell
show?
yeah.
This stars. What's the son's name? I'm not too familiar. I thought. Oh, he is Lip. The nigga
Lip.
Lip Gallagher. Word.
Is he in the chef? Is he the chef?
He's the yeah. This is the show where he plays a chef in Chicago, right? Now, without spoiling it, because I want y'all to watch it for sure, because I actually do want to review it and go over it. But he, of course, he's Italian. Him and his family's Italian. The show follows him. He was a big time chef in New York. Some things went wrong. They don't really show. They kind of do, but briefly. Some shit went wrong. Big fancy restaurant in New York, like serving high class food and shit. Some shit goes on. He eventually leaves and moves back to Chicago and opens up. Well, has to take over a sandwich shop that his brother ran. His brother committed suicide, and now he's the owner of the shop. I mean, they selling sandwiches. It's his brother's shop. He just takes over because the brother left it to him. The brother's best friend, who they refer to as cousin, he's like the cousin. He works there too. He's like older than Lip. You know what I mean? Lip's name in the show is Carmi. I mean, they have it's an interesting dynamic between them two, because the best friend feels a way that the brother didn't leave him the shop because they like were boys growing up together. So there's a cool dynamic there. It's pretty interesting. He inherits this shop. The shop is in debt. He's trying to take over the shop, but he's that nigga in the kitchen though. Like he's that dude. And he's also doing shit on the side to make bread. Basically the show follows the life of, or not follows, it displays kitchen culture in cinema. That's amazing. You don't really ever see that side of kitchen culture. I don't know if y'all ever knew anybody that was like a chef or a sous chef or a nigga that was just around that type of environment that could be real toxic. You know what I mean? Like, in the kitchen, the chef is the nigga that makes all the shots. He calls all the shots. And depending on if you a dickhead or not, that shit can go either one or the other way. You could be a cool nigga and everybody fuck with you, or you could be that dickhead that's just good at cooking, but you want to pull your weight around. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. That nigga, shout out to Lionel from Lorder Squad. Tyler the Creator, homie. The nigga from Our Future, big buff black dude. He's in that shit. I was like, yo, FX really fuck with Tyler the Creator and Our Future. Them niggas, they got Taco and fucking Dave, and now this nigga's in this show. It's pretty cool, man. Like, I fuck with it. It's a pretty interesting show, man. They got the first episode. It starts. They got a new this black chick. She's fresh out of college. She wants to be a chef, but she's paying off her school debt, and she ain't really got the experience to be in a better spot. So she ends up wanting to work there, and it's just a cool dynamic, man. It's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool. I'll recommend that shit to y'all niggas. It's dope. Y'all check it out. Y'all fuck with it.
Okay, bet.
Pretty cool. But at this time, we're about to move into Drvgz tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Drvgz tweet of the week. Sponsored by nobody. Sponsored by the guys, man. Yours truly, the guys. New flavor of the week?
It's sponsored by the guys.
Flavor of the week.
New flavor of the week. What you got? What you got for us this week, my boy? What's the tweet of the week this week?
Man, this week, man. Man, you know, I've been on social media for a while, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably a child of I'm not a child of the social media era. I came up in the 90s, so I came up before that, but y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know, these new apps coming out, it's a lot of trends, and, you know, I'm noticing a lot of people just doing a lot of random dances. So that led me to this app called TikTok, man.
Oh, the TikTok.
It's crazy, man. I've been seeing a lot of wild shit going on. You know, it's funny, but it's, you know, it's kind of goofy. But it led me to this tweet, man. This tweet right here, man. This is this guy right here. He's brilliant, man. whoever he is, at Mellow Perp. I quote, white kids doing Teletubby dances to drill rap. TikTok wild. End quote.
Oh man, that's a smart brother right there. That shit.
Tell him my nigga Mellow Perp, man.
That's a great representation of what TikTok is, bro. I don't know if y'all remember that old video that went viral where it was a white family, white girl, daughter, another white girl filming, older daughter, and the white dad doing the whip. It's like, yeah, ha, 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 yeah, and them niggas is just doing the whip, but it's just so poorly coordinated and the rhythm is off. But from these type of websites and these platforms, you get that because you got dances and shit going viral. Everybody gonna see it and everybody want to image. TikTok specifically is a site and a platform that is made for copying. You know what I mean? Like trendy, all that shit. Somebody start one thing. The purpose of the website is for everybody to follow the trend and make their representation, their interpretation of said dance or whatever. You know what I mean? That shit is funny, man. That tweet of the week and that idea is just a good representation of where we at in society right now. Everybody just want to do what everybody else doing in hopes of going viral, quote unquote.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. TikTok is making a lot of people famous, or famous, getting some sort of like popularity, I should say. Like,
yeah, recognition for sure on the music side too.
Yeah, definitely the music side.
I know this nigga Armani White. I didn't know much about him prior to TikTok, but when TikTok came out, he got that song Billie Eilish. I know for sure he blew up specifically because of that shit. Like, it was one day he was Armani White, next day he was viral sensation Armani White with song Billie Eilish, and now I mean they playing his shit on the radio. Nigga was that Rolling Loud type shit. So if it works, it could be beneficial, and I'm pretty sure everybody is appreciative of it that the algorithm works in their favor. But you know my beef with TikTok, nigga. I've been trying to get the pod on there. Them niggas, I guess I gotta look at the guidelines again, because every time I try to post some shit, them niggas take my shit down. So shout out to TikTok, I guess.
Man, hell no.
Where the fuck TikTok, nigga?
Fuck them niggas, man. This was a nominee for Tweet of the Week this week. This was another candidate. This is from @LilDuval. He puts up a meme that says, "Snake finally breaks silence after 4,000 years of being accused." And they got a picture of a snake with a microphone to his face. And it says, "Snake, parentheses, how could I have given her the apple when I don't even have hands?" And then the caption is Lil Duval saying, "Man, I knew Eve was lying." Oh, man. This silly shit out there, man. Super silly shit, bro. Shout out to Lil Duval, man. Shout out to Lil Duval, bro.
We got a next, man.
Up next, man, we got to get into that next segment. We got Marzstradamus on the motherfucking podcast, bringing all your predictions to life.
Let's get it, my brothers. Wait, before we get into Marzstradamus, it's the last bit of fucking news we got. Dragon Ball Super manga returns next month. It takes place before Dragon Ball Superhero, and it is going to be about Goten and Trunks being superheroes for the city. So they're older now. We got the time skip. Things are headed in the direction that we wanted to head in. So all my Dragon Ball heads, get ready. It's about to go down. Niggas is older. Shit is happening.
Where could people check out that type of shit?
Just Google Dragon Ball, read Dragon Ball Super manga. First link leads you right
okay.
there.
Okay, the manga.
Yeah, the manga. Yeah, the manga.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. The anime, they hold it sacred to that. They holding on to the they milking the shit out of everything except for the anime yet. They want when the anime comes back, it's gonna be an event. Just like when Goku fought Jiren, that shit was bigger than the Tyson fight. The shit was like a Tyson fight. I don't know if you was on the line around that time, but that shit was like a Tyson fight, son. It was. The hype and anticipation for it was crazy. So I think they wanna have that feel when it comes back. So
shout out to all my anime heads, and I mean shout out to all the and anime is in the spot. Like I missed the whole anime like culture, the whole run. I don't know what I was into at the time that made me miss it. I'm like a real on the border of a borderline fan of that type of shit. I know what I know, but I don't know enough as much as people that read the manga, know about Crunchyroll and shit, know about these sites that you pay subscriptions and you could read all the new shit that come out that you like. Shout out to everybody that fuck with that culture. All I see chicks are now trying to get into that shit, and shout out to y'all, man. Whatever. Whatever.
Nigga, whatever the bitches.
I got a take about that, but I mean, I don't know if I want to give it right now because we got some YouTube haters out there. They be on, them niggas be on me in the YouTube comments, man. I don't know if y'all be paying attention. Niggas be on me, so I be trying to be selective with.
You know how you catch a bitch? You know how you catch a bitch if she's a real anime head? You gotta say, what was the only villain Goku's ever killed? He only killed one villain.
I don't even know the answer to that.
Majin Buu. Majin Buu was the only character Goku's killed.
Oh yeah, right.
Majin Buu was probably one of my favorite villains.
That was the best Dragon Ball Z saga.
Majin Buu, Super Buu, or Kid Buu?
He killed Kid Buu. It was a long fucking saga.
Who's your favorite version of Buu?
Oh, my favorite version would probably be Kid Buu.
Buu for sure.
Kid Buu. Yeah, Kid Buu. Yeah, Kid Buu. He was there for a short time, but he got the job done. He destroyed Earth.
That nigga was nasty.
He destroyed Earth.
We'd have no XXX Tentacion without Kid Buu.
Right? And he was right, exactly. And he was he was one of the only villains that squared up with Goku and Vegeta. Like at that time, that was like peak Goku Vegeta. He squared up both them niggas. He was thrashing Vegeta out. He could keep up with Goku, but he couldn't really keep up with Goku. Goku was too much for him. Even though Goku he was stronger than Goku. Goku just knows how to fuck niggas up. They don't know how to. He knows how to fight. That's why he wins every fight because he knows how to fight. These niggas just be swinging and kicking and doing super abilities. Goku actually knows kung fu, and martial arts. So, but Marzstradamus time, niggas.
Marzstradamus. Do we have any questions for Marzstradamus this week? Anything that the people want to know or the people were asking about?
I don't think we do. I don't think we do this week. Is he not sick? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't hear any chatter on the Discord or any questions or anything. But I mean, that's cool. We could get into Marzstradamus next week. I mean,
it's all good. It's all good.
We got the voicemails now popping. Y'all can go ahead and call in and leave y'all messages.
Oh, wait. I have a message that came in. I don't know if y'all seen it. Okay, we got one caller. We got one caller right here. We got one.
Okay. Bring him in.
Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, you guys chop up the chicken wings, cause my mother told me none of the chicken wings was chopped up last time, and we just want to make sure all the chicken wings are cut.
I think you got the wrong number, my boy.
I think you got the wrong number. Yeah, I think you got the wrong number.
Oh no. Oh wait. I'm sorry. This is this crack. This crack podcast. This crack in the 80's.
Yes, it is.
Marz, I'm sorry. So Marz, I got one question for you, man. One question.
Give it to me.
So, Superman versus Batman.
Right.
when can we see Superman versus Black Adam?
Oh, I don't know what DC's doing at this moment. But I can guarantee you, it may happen soon. I mean, we saw the Black Adam end credit scene and Superman was there, so who knows? Whatever The Rock wants to do, it'll be soon though. Hopefully, it'll be soon.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. Thank you, Marz.
Hey, caller, where are you from? Just
Yeah.
wondering.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You asked too much questions. Listen. You guys have the number to the Chinese restaurant because I'm just trying to find my mother. She want to make sure the chicken wings is chopped, and none of the chicken wings was chopped last time. So I want to get it right this time because
we got you. What's your name? What? Pablo? What was your name?
Yep. Pablo is right. Pablo.
Hey, Pablo, check it out, man. Check it out, Pablo. We appreciate your call.
Yep.
We thought you had the wrong number. I still think you might have had the wrong number, but we gonna get them chicken wings right for you, boy. Don't worry about it, man. Pablo, we got you, bro.
Hot sauce.
We appreciate you for calling. Hot sauce?
Yep. Hot sauce.
All that. We got you, bro. We gonna make sure you're taken care of.
All right, thank you, Marzstradamus, man. I fucks with you, man.
Thank you for calling in. Holy shit.
Pablo was a wild boy, bro.
Yeah, that nigga probably crazy, boy.
Yeah, shout out to Pablo, boy. We fuck with you, my nigga.
Shout out to the homie, man. Whatever you call.
We gonna get you. We gonna have some free merch on the way. Oh, word! Yeah, we gonna send that nigga some free merch. Don't even worry about it. We got you, man.
Yeah, you gotta get some heat up there for sure.
Good supporter. First time, long time.
They got Chinese restaurants in Cambodia.
Oh my god.
See, I know Cambodia is in Asia, but don't even ask me how close it is to China. None of that. I don't know, my brother.
Oh my god.
Ask Pablo. That nigga know.
Yeah, the restaurant's probably lit.
Man, let's finish this shit out, man. We got that man. Mama, there goes that man. Steph Curry was on that JJ Redick podcast.
Yes, sir.
That JJ Redick podcast. Shout out to JJ Redick.
Yes, man.
Did you get a chance to check any of that conversation out?
I definitely did. I probably got like maybe 10 minutes left to listen to, but very, very good interview. It was a cool conversation. Steph Curry, the spectacular legend. I call it.
Podcast is called The Old Man and the Three.
Right.
Him and the good boy Tommy.
Yeah, so, for me, it's always good to, listen to Steph speak. He tries not to give too much on, let me just tell you what the conversation was really about. So JJ kicks off the conversation. He's basically, he brings it back to a conversation that him and Steph had prior to doing the pod. And I guess JJ was at one of their games and he was there to catch somebody else, like another player. And I guess Steph caught his eye or whatever. And, he came over to him and Steph was just like, yo, did we ever get to do that pod yet? And they just started laughing. So I guess that was like an insider thing because like JJ been trying to get, Steph on a pod.
I would say, yeah. So from JJ being, JJ is honestly one of the best shooters in NBA history too. He's not on Steph level, but he up there. 3-point shooters, that nigga JJ got a shot. Even when he was back at motherfucking Duke. Like JJ has been one of them niggas.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing a couple of sound bites from his pod where he was kind of poking at like, yo, he want to get Steph on there.
Uh-huh.
So
and it's a really dope conversation. He also he gets into, you know, the matchup from when you know, when he was with the Clippers and he was playing with CP and you know, Steph, it was a play where Steph had ran over to guard him on a catch and shoot.
Yeah.
And JJ did like a step to the side, like a side step, and he shot the ball and Steph fell.
Wetted on them too.
Yeah, he wetted too. And, you know, JJ just brought it up and he was just like, man, like, you know, how did that happen? He was
How
like,
does it feel to get your ass bust?
nah, but he was saying, like, you know, he wasn't trying to make him fall. He was more so, you know, like, did he just fall? Like,
Man, you don't ever try to make a nigga fall as a nigga like JJ Redick when he's shooting, but when it happens, you like, oh, nigga, I see you there. I see you down there.
right.
JJ Redick is a cool nigga, man. So the last episode I listened to him, and it's crazy because I didn't even mention him last week. This is my most improved player of the year this year. He had him on the podcast too. My nigga Tyrese Halliburton. That nigga is nasty.
That boy nasty, boy. That boy nasty Nas.
I knew he was going to be a problem because he was already busting ass in his first year at the Kings, when he was with the Kings. And this is with De'Aaron Fox being on the team already. You got to remember, De'Aaron Fox was there. He's the point guard. They drafted Tyrese. So it was kind of like, yo, why they draft another guard? But they were supposed to be like the 1-2 punch on some like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Portland days type shit. And then they traded boy right away for Sabonis. You know what I mean? It was that deal. Sabonis and Buddy Hield came in that trade. But this was, I think this was Tyrese Halliburton's second year when this happened, his second season. And for him, he felt the way about that shit. Like, he didn't like that shit at all. He was vocal about it. Like, yo, I put my all into this organization. It's fucked up. But you know how the business go or the NBA. I knew he was going to be a dope-ass player because at that point, it wasn't no shine on him. It wasn't no, like, spotlight. Nobody really knew that he was busting ass like that. He took it upon himself to be like, yo, y'all niggas, this is how this shit is. I'm going to prove, like, yo, I'm that nigga. And goddamn, he been busting ass for the Pacers. So shout out to that nigga, man. Nigga's one of the best players in my fantasy league this season. You know who's another nigga like that don't get the love? And I don't think he's going to get it now even more because he's in Atlanta. DeJounte Murray.
Nah, that's my boy right there. I ain't going to hold
you. Nigga's another beast, bro. He's just like, he's actually better than, no. I'm going to give it to Tyrese this season just because he got the ball in his hand more. Like, DeJounte got to share with Trey.
Bro, niggas forgetting that DeJounte will lock you up, bro. He literally
you, bro. That's where he get most of his. He get them steals and shit. He got defensive stats. That's why that nigga's so nice. Yeah, man. Shout out to the old man in the 3 with JJ Redick and Tommy. Good podcast. I think this is a good. I ain't got no. Oh, I got some quick shout outs before we get out of here. Bel Air season 2 is starting up pretty soon. I'm excited about that. We could get back into that. Yo, Marz, did you ever like watch or finish that first season?
No, I did not. Did not finish. Didn't even watch it. Wasn't.
So you don't even know about Coco Jones and none of that.
No, I have no clue.
What? Beautiful ass motherfucker right there, man. You know she make music too, huh?
Oh wait, the dark skin chick that was on the show, brown skin chick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew about her. I forgot how I knew about her. I knew her way before fucking. I think she was in a Disney movie before.
Yeah, she was. She was in Grandma's House. She was in a
she was. I knew about her. Yeah.
Vampires versus the Brothers.
If I've seen an updated version of her on the show, no, I have not.
Okay, go ahead and for research purposes only, go ahead and just go to her Instagram, Coco Jones. You know, check out some of her music. That's some nice chocolate ice cream right there.
While I was in New York, I did catch up on Abbott Elementary with my mother.
What you think, man? I love that.
It's not season 1.
It's not. It definitely isn't. But
it still has its moments. I mean, I
enjoy it though. I still enjoy it.
I still do. It's a great. You know, it's one of those shows that's just like, you know, I'm glad it's that now, but it's one of those shows, and after the second season, it says a lot. But it's one of those shows where you can just have on.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like The Office, bro. Literally.
Yeah, it's like it is. It's like The Office, literally, but it's just like, You could just have it all. Like me and my mother, I was on my phone. My mother was on her laptop doing whatever she was doing, and we was, peeking here and there, going in and out. And it was funny. We laughed at certain moments, but it's not as funny as the first season. It's not.
Since it's not done yet, I don't want to give it. I don't want to say that yet because
season what? Season 6. It says season 6. It's been episode 6. I mean, and first season, you having a headache from episode 1 through 6. I only laugh. I
want to give her some leeway on that, just because when that first show cut came out, it was a hit right away. So I'm gonna attribute that to her. To Quinta having a bunch of content, like episodes written and ready. And then she got that second season solidified so fast because the first season had so much success. Maybe she didn't get enough chance or time to work on the second season as much as she wanted to.
Right.
So it was just right into production right away.
Right.
It's still good though. So like,
it's still great. Yeah, it's still great. Yeah. Still a lot of great school themes and stuff like that. Yeah. Still great.
And black culture themes.
Yeah, right. It's really good.
Shout out to her and Miss Barbara from the show. I forget her name. Actually, let me pull up her name.
Miss Barbara. You talking about Moesha's stepmother?
Yeah, Moesha, the fairy godmother, man.
Yeah.
Miss Barbara Abbott, because they were both at the most recent Philadelphia 76ers game.
Oh, nice.
They were sitting courtside. Her name is Cheryl Lee Ralph.
You know who got a body?
I'm gonna answer the question because I already know where you're going with it. But let me just get this out first. I know where you're going with it too. You
know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. I see certain. I'm like, damn, she thicker than the bowl of oatmeal.
I already know what episode you're talking about. But they were both at the Philly game and they hit the little Philadelphia bell on the court and shit during I think it was pregame or halftime. I can't remember. But who got a body is the Italian chick.
Yeah, chick, the Italian teacher. Boy. Good God Almighty, great balls of fire. Oh my gosh.
You got a badonka girl. Don't
hurt nobody. Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know if it's her actual body or if they make her shit look nice in that show, but
we're gonna go do our homework on her. We're gonna find her Instagram and see if this is real. Because this has to be discussed with the gods. This needs to be discussed.
We're referring to Melissa Schermanti. Her shit right. Everything is stacked.
Everything is stacked. Good God Almighty.
Nah, word. Shout out to her. But her name is Lisa Ann Walter.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at her Instagram right now.
Whoa, send that.
It's going to the chat right now, my brother.
Swing of die that's my brother.
Oh yeah, she got the heavies. Damn.
She got the heavies?
Them shits is heavy. Heavy.
Italian women, man, they're very underrated, but they sexy. I had that Italian chick I used to mess with. And good God Almighty, great balls of fire. She was nice. She was real nice.
I think I might have mentioned her. Last Italian chick I used to talk to, she went to high school with that nigga Joey Badass. But I think we got to a good point today, fellas. Marz, go ahead and get us out of here, boy.
All right, you bitch ass niggas and you bitch ass bitches and you pussy ass niggas and you pussy ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up for you fuck niggas real quick. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 36. We out. You know what I'm saying? We done. We finished for the day. We done caressing you niggas' ears, you bitches' ears. You know what I'm saying? We done. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck up out of here. Go handle your business. Go eat the rest of your leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Go Christmas shopping, nigga. It's about that time. Go get them kids, them games, them toys, and all that extra bullshit. Or if your kid was back at school this year, fuck them. They ain't getting shit for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them little niggas. Them niggas don't deserve shit. They being naughty. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck them. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you handle your handle for the rest of the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Back to work on Monday, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Vacation, you got 2 more days left. Or when this shit drop, your ass gonna be at work, nigga. So, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cracking the motherfucking 80s, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Next week, episode 37. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Let's see what the week brings us. But it's definitely gonna be some bad bitches. Definitely gonna talk about some bad bitches. Just freestyle that. I don't know what that meant. But all right, niggas, we out. Crack.